We'll share the same mic.
Chairman, you can commence the meeting.
Huh?
You're chair.
I'm vice chair, yeah.
So you're chair,
I passed it to, oh, I gotta do it?
if you want, I don't know.
Chair isn't here.
On meeting.
I guess I gotta do it. All right, we'll call this meeting to order. Roll call.
Mike Morris. Carm
Here.
Baines.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. And Carm Baines.
Present.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. So I'll stand for pledge allegiance.
Salute. Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Is there any public comment? Seeing none. Consider calendar. Consent calendar.
Move to approve.
Second. All in favor?
Aye. If there's any opposed?
Any opposed? Approval to consider for a annual assessment. Service with Wyatt. Well, yep. There you go.
Go ahead and turn on my microphone. A contract with Wildan Financial Services for annual assessment administration. We need an administrator to do the calculations and provide the assessment roll to the county on an annual basis. That has been completed by Wildan under contract with Sutter Butte under our services agreement. Wildan was originally selected by Frau Levee as part of the HDR team to prepare the assessment engineers report and do administration of the first year. Now that we have funds on hand from the first year of collection, Frau Levee can now directly contract for assessment administration. So this action item would be to authorize the executive director to execute a contract with Wildan. Their proposal for assessment admin on an annual basis is $16,500 a year plus escalation. They're proposing a 5-year term with 2 one-year extension options. So this would start for services for the 24-25 annual administration. The budget for this, the agency has an approximately $89,000 a year administrative budget, which includes payment back to Sutter Butte for the $750,000 maximum of funding for formation of the district and formation of the assessment district. So that would be $50,000 a year at a maximum basis. I'll talk later in this board meeting about where we sit with costs under that $750,000 budget. So that would leave us with $39,000 a year to fund agency admin, so well within the $16,500 a year proposal. So again, the recommendation is to approve Wildan's proposal and direct the executive director to execute a contract for annual administration services.
Mr. Chair?
Yep.
Move to approve the recommendation.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right, our next item is the delegation authority of the administrative services. So the purpose of this is to allow the executive director responsible for the day-to-day administration of Frau Levee. This is to ensure that there's an efficient manner of services provided on behalf of Frau Levee. This is very similar to both the obligations that the requirements. What is it? What's the word I'm looking for? The authorizations has been provided by LD1. It's up to $10,000. There is a specific resolution that should be in your board packets that language goes over this specifically. And this is to handle any type of financial audit that we have to have once a year, liability insurance, legal services, and any other administrative actions. So the recommendation is to approve Resolution 2024-01.
Through the chair,
Go ahead.
move to approve.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
None opposed?
And then any informational status, and I've gone over this at both the LD1 and the LD9 board meeting. So we did receive our first installment, our first apportionment from the assessment. The total was a little more than we had considered during the passage of the Frau-Lifa budget, 1.2 million approximately, of which I've done a journal entry that's with Sutter County currently. It takes them about a month to execute it and deposit the funds in the individual agency accounts, but Levee District 1 will receive $929,320.71, and LD9 will receive $202,398.79. Go ahead to the next slide. Yeah, you can go ahead with this one, Financial Guru.
Sure. So this represents a tally of the $750,000 budget for the services agreement between Sabufka and Frau-Lifa through for most consultants and vendors that are providing services. It's generally through either January or December services provided. So essentially, we've spent about $692,000 or $693,000 of the total $750,000 budget to date. So that leaves us with about $57,000 of budget to get us through June 30. You know, we don't expect to expend all that. So essentially what will happen is once June 30 comes, the services will end, and Frau-Lifa will send a request to Sutter Butte for a final accounting, and then that will become the basis. We'll divide that by 15, and that will become the basis for the payment of reimbursement over 15 years back to Sutter Butte. So just wanted to give the board an understanding of where we sit with respect to expenditures to date to advance Frau-Lifa work. So when I was talking about the $89,000 budget, you know, leaving $50,000 for repayment, should be a little bit less than that on an annual basis. And that concludes the report on financial services. Looking forward, the next thing we'll need to do is select an auditor. So I'll work with Drew to help procure the audit services. And then we'll execute the contract with Willdan. We'll need to come back no later than June to approve a resolution authorizing the levy for assessments. So that will likely be the next meeting is in June, unless we, now that you've delegated authority, I think we can go forward with an audit contract, potentially without a board meeting. So then the next meeting would naturally be in June.
Thank you.
To approve the assessments. All right. Thank you very much. If there's any questions, happy to answer them at this time.
Executive Director Sabufka Service update.
That was it.
All right.
Thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you for showing up, Carm.
Want me to adjourn the meeting? Meeting adjourned?